channel and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, I go by Pushing Kilos, and on this channel we are the Kilo Gang, alright? So if you clicked on this video, maybe it's one or two reasons why. Maybe one is you saw the dish and you was interested in, how it turned out and how to make it or whatever, and two, you might decide you want to remake it yourself. So that's what we're here to do. So I am making a 5-cheese stuffed tortellini with spinach. We're gonna put some shrimp in it, and it's all gonna be in a Alfredo based sauce. We are going to make that sauce from scratch because if you know, like the jar of Alfredo sauce, it don't taste like, I don't know, it tastes weird now. So I had to learn. Like, it took me a minute to learn, well, really get the motivation to learn, but after making Alfredo, I'm like, this sauce, it just tastes too fake, too artificial. So I decided to learn a little while back how to make my own sauce. So yes, you guys, this recipe is so easy, so simple. You can do it yourself or you can do it with your family. I'm telling you, like, it's foolproof. If you have any questions about the recipe, please don't be afraid to hit that comment section with any questions, concerns, suggestions, anything you might have. Please don't be afraid to talk to me because I will show love back to you guys and respond and interact with you guys. I'm excited to do that. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, of course. And before we get into this tutorial, I'm gonna let you know a few things. One, I'm probably just gonna focus on the meal, so you probably won't see me too much anymore. And two, I'm about to change out of this because this is very warm, and cooking in the kitchen with heat, y'all know how hot it can get in the kitchen when you're cooking, and I'm not trying to sweat really bad while I'm cooking right now. It's just not what I want to do. So just a little disclaimer to let y'all know so y'all don't wonder how I did that outfit change on y'all. I just wanted to let y'all know, be a little transparent with y'all, okay? But let's get into this cooking tutorial. Right here we have everything you need. Just pause it, take your screenshot, or look in the description box. Alright, let's start by chopping that onion. Then we're going to take some olive oil, put it in our pan. This is a cast iron skillet. I really love cooking with a cast iron skillet, but we're going to throw our spinach in the pan. Then we're going to add those chopped onions and some minced garlic in it, and we're going to let it cook down for a little bit, and then it's optional if you want to at this point, at this part of cooking your spinach, but I also season my spinach as well. Okay, so we have the spinach all cooked and put to the side. Now I'm adding more olive oil to the pan. And then you're going to see me checking to make sure it's hot before I get ready to cook the shrimp, because we're going to cook the shrimp next. So after you add the shrimp to the pan, now I'm getting ready to season everything. And I hope it's not too sped up. But y'all really kind of, get to see what I'm using. It's really mainly garlic salt, onion powder. I use the Badia seasoning. I use the Tony more spice. You see me using Italian seasoning on here. You're gonna see me use the, what is that? Blackened seasoning, and then that's just minced onions, and I kind of it's minced onions, onion powder type of mixture. And then you're gonna see me use the, well, I have is Meat Magic, but it's the blackened Redfish. I can't think of his name right now. I'll put it up on the screen. Yeah, of course you're gonna see me using some Old Bay, the rest of those onions. minced garlic. Don't forget to add more minced garlic in here, you guys. Butter. Always use butter. So that's regular butter. And then you're going to see me add in the garlic and herb Parmesan butter. You can find this butter at Walmart for a couple of dollars. And then we're just gonna mix everything up nice and good. And you know, it doesn't take that long to cook. It's already cooked shrimp. So just gonna, you know, let it do its thing for a little bit, and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, y'all, really make sure y'all pay attention at this part, because now we're cooking the sauce. So all I did was took the shrimp, put it to the side. All that goodness that's at the bottom, you want it is going to be a part of your sauce. So I'm adding some butter, and then I am adding, you can add half a stick of butter, and then I'm adding the garlic Parmesan. I'm going to say, because I really don't use measurements, y'all, I'm going to say maybe a tablespoon or 2 of the garlic parm, and maybe half a stick or a third a stick of butter. And then we are going to mix that all up. You're going to see me scraping the pan, because you literally want all of that seasoning from your spinach and from your shrimp you just made. You want that seasoning to be included in your sauce mix. So make sure you get all of that mixed in well. If you have a whisk, use your whisk, but make sure it's all one color. Now we're going to add the heavy whipping cream and regular whipping cream. Now this is something that most people probably don't know. When you're going to bake, and I don't bake desserts and stuff, not yet, but we're going to learn that on the channel. But when you bake, let everything sit out and get room temperature, so it's no longer cold. All your cheeses, anything dairy or whatever, make sure you let it sit out before you bake. So you see me whisking in that heavy whipping cream. Now this is what I did, you guys. I went in little by little, and I added the whipping cream and heavy whipping cream little by little, because I didn't want to overdo it. And you just make sure, you see how it's kind of discolored. Make sure you stir it all and get it all the same color. That's when you're gonna know it's nice and mixed. Okay, so now you're about to start seeing me adding the cheese. Now I'm using right now the creamy milk mozzarella by Kraft, and I'm like gonna add that in slowly and keep whisking until I feel like it's all mixed in. You don't want your cheese to curdle, so you want to make sure you mix it in until it's all the way dissolved. And when it got creamy like that, I'm like, okay, this is good. So you're gonna start seeing me add in cheese little by little. So you're gonna see me use that creamy milk mozzarella, and then you're gonna also see me add in Parmesan cheese. So I probably use about half the bag of each cheese, because you don't have to use as much as I did. Like, it's totally by preference of your, you know, desiredness of cheesiness for your sauce. But my sauce is still really creamy and cheesy as well. And then I'm gonna tell you a little bit what else I make in it, but I'm gonna wait till I get to that part to talk about it. Okay, so right here, this is what I'm talking about. I wanted to tell you about. So I like to use a half of block of cream cheese now in my Alfredo sauce. It took it from being real good to 5-star restaurant top tier. So I had a little bit, look, and it wouldn't be me without, look, making a mess. Like, y'all, that burned. I burnt myself. I literally burnt myself when I did this. But anywho, half a block of cream cheese, and you just gonna, and I really shouldn't have just put the block in at one time. I should have chopped it up, but y'all, I was like, nah, I'm just about to throw this block of cream cheese in. I might be whisking forever, but just keep, if you do it this way, just keep whisking until it's all mixed in. And don't ever say I ain't tell you nothing now, because I know some people probably like, really, cream cheese? Listen, I'm telling y'all, I didn't think it was gonna be that good either myself, but when I tried it, I fell in love with it, and everybody who tried my pasta loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. So don't ever say Pushy Kilos ain't tell y'all the sauce secret, okay, to the Alfredo sauce, because here it is. Follow it to a T. Okay, y'all, make sure you do not neglect your sauce. Season your sauce. So I'm using Italian seasoning, a lot of Italian seasoning, a lot of it. And then let's see what I go in with next, because I don't want to tell you this out of order. And yes, I'm still going OD on Italian seasoning. So here we have that garlic parmesan. I'm going to use garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper, more of that more spice seasoning, and then we're going to whisk this all up. And I'm going to make sure you're going to look at that seasoning, and you're going to know it's all mixed in. Once you see how it's all clumpy in some areas, like it's literally all going to be mixed in the sauce. And at this point, you can go ahead, once you get it all mixed up, you can go ahead and get you a spoon or something and taste your sauce and see if it has the right flavor that you want. And if not, just go ahead and add whatever you feel like is missing. All right, next we're about to get ready to cook our pasta. This is the 5 cheese tortellini pasta, okay? And this pasta only takes 4 minutes to cook, and an extra minute if you want it a little softer, but they say no more than 5 minutes. So y'all gonna see me with, my pinch of salt already in there. And look at how this pasta expands when it's done. Oh my goodness, I was like eating it by itself. Like once it was cooked, it was so good. But next we are getting ready to add everything together. Okay, y'all, so now we get to the part where we're mixing everything together. So I'm gonna tell you a quick little secret. Y'all don't have to do it if y'all don't want to, but I learned from somebody else cooking tutorial. When you make your pasta, use some of that starchy water and put it at the bottom of your pan for whatever you're using to bake your pasta. They say it make a difference, and I think it made a difference. So I said what I see. Let me know for the people who tried what y'all think, if y'all notice a difference, or if y'all just like, yeah, I'm gonna start doing this now. But anywho, we are mixing everything together, our spinach and our shrimp. We're mixing it all in, because we are about to add the sauce. Now here was my dilemma as I was getting ready to get the sauce. Y'all, do y'all know how hot a cast iron skillet is? Look at me eating. I told y'all I was eating that pasta. It was so good. Now listen, a cast iron skillet is so hot, and I was like, please don't burn yourself, and please don't spill none of this sauce on yourself. It is so doggone hot. So right here, I'm just adding in the sauce, and then I'm gonna mix everything together.
And then once we mix everything together, I'm going to put my cheese topping on the top. So I'm just going to go ahead and talk through it because y'all just going to see it. So I'm about to add the Parmesan on the top once everything all mixed in. Y'all see how creamy that is though? Oh my God. Okay, so we about to add the Parmesan cheese on top, the creamy milk mozzarella on top, and then I probably use maybe half the bag of the Italian blend. So I put all of that on top. So this is what I did not do that I should have did when I'm usually baking like my pastas and things. When I'm baking, I usually pat the cheese down at the top. So it's literally kind of layered on top of one another. But I pack it down in because it stops it from most of the time seeping through, like the sauce seeping through. But I didn't pack it down. I don't know why I didn't pack it down. I might have used that whole bag of cheese. I'm not sure. But just keep watching to see. Pack it down when you do it. Kind of like stop it from having any air pockets for the cheese to seep through. Because my sauce ended up spilling over on top of my cheese crust. And I hate when that happened. Of course, it doesn't make it taste any different. But I'm like OCD. And I'm like, no, it's messing up the aesthetic. But yeah, this is all I'm doing. So you just seeing me use all the cheese. Those 3 cheeses that y'all see in the background. That's what I'm adding right now. And then I am going to put some Italian seasoning over the top of it once I get all my cheese on it, and then we get ready to pop it in the oven. Okay, so now we're getting ready to put our pasta in the oven, and let's not forget about our freaking breadsticks. Okay, so I am using the Coles mozzarella cheese filled breadsticks. They are so doggone delicious. Oh my God, I love them things. So make sure it says a certain temperature. I only use 350 as my temperature for my breadsticks, and they only really need to cook for like 7 minutes, and then they're fine. I think it says something way higher than that, but it literally only needs like 7 minutes on 350. All right, so here's the pasta. Oh my God, it looks so good. You can see, you see what I'm saying? That cheese, the sauce got onto my cheese crust. It's so hot. You see it bubbling though? But y'all, this was so freaking good. Oh my God, it was so good. Oh my God, when I tell y'all the bread was so good. And y'all see that cheese coming out of it. Now, let's go ahead and plate our food. Do y'all see how creamy that pasta is? And then you see how that cheese just melted so perfectly. By this time, y'all, ain't gonna lie to y'all, I wasn't even hungry because I was eating the little pasta shells, the cheese-filled pasta shells the whole time. But I did want to plate it for y'all so y'all can see how creamy it is. You know, as you can see, it's very creamy. It's very cheesy. So please let me know what y'all think about this recipe. If y'all have any questions or comments, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Okay? Let me know if y'all like more of these. But y'all, it was delicious, by the way. And that's it up close, y'all. All right, I'm going to see y'all later.